service announcement. These videos have the full intentions to be used as conversational tools and purposes only. Anything that is expressed in these videos and videos before and after has the sole purpose of that reason. I know a lot of this stuff is repetitive. I hope that you can understand that. Again, these are for conversational purposes only. The comment box on these videos is for that purpose. Thanks for watching. What's going on, everybody? There's so much going on right now with the main cast of Street Outlaws that doesn't necessarily involve the show. It involves Alex Laughlin and his call out to basically all of the front runners of the show. I've touched on it, and I even made a video a while back about him calling out Chuck, Ryan, and Chief for another mega race, and kind of let it go from there. Just talked about I'd like to see it and the pros and cons of it happening. And more I have researched it and dug into it, there's a lot more to it than what we think. And with what happened the other day about Crossville Speedway putting up 15 grand for any of the Street Outlaws to come race Alex, it's made me research it even more. And like I said in the video the other day, there's a lot of people who doesn't know Alex except what happened on the mega races. And people say he couldn't do it the first 2 times and things like that. And the more I study it, the more I research it, and the more I just have kind of took it upon myself to find out everything that I could find out about the whole situation and all of it. It is very interesting and something that I really, really hope happens. And I do think Alex has a huge chance at being able to do something against these guys, depending on the style race that they do. No prep, radial, whatever. In a radial setting, none of these cars have a chance against Alex. I mean, there is just too much of a distance with the times that they're having. And the right scenarios, these could be some great races. Alex got screwed with Fast and Loud versus Street Outlaws, the very first mega race. The car that Alex drove, the Challenger, legitimately was built in a few days. Now, I know Chief's also was, but that is a car that he has stayed in and got time in and progressed with. And the car that Alex had when they picked it up for the mega race 2, it was sitting in a shop or a shed behind Gas Monkey, covered in, looked like sand and dust from them painting cars. And I thought it was kind of staged for the show, but apparently it wasn't. And on top of that, everyone is saying, well, you and your dad built the car. You should have had more of a say, or you did have more of a say in how it got built. Don't gripe about the parts. And, he has called it a 3,000 horsepower dumpster a couple of times. And people saying that, you built it, you should have built it better and quit whining. Well, that was filmed for a TV show, and you build a car like that, Chief did win the first 2 races. Hands down, he just outrun him. And even Chief has said, if Frankie Taylor would have tuned on that car some more, and once they got the hang of it, he wouldn't have had a chance. The car was a faster car with more time spent making it the faster car. And I am so excited about all of the call-outs, and this is public. This is not a text message that no one sees or anything like that. And I do think that Chief and all of them do respect Alex as a racer, but when it comes just straight down to it, there has got to be some way to make this happen. I'm going to read the first post Alex posted this year, kind of that got the ball started rolling. And this is the post that I made the video of that I would like to see happen. It was January 4th of this year. It was a year ago from when him and Fireball raced at the mega race. And I'll put it on the screen right now so you can read it along. Flashback Friday to this time last year when we were filming Mega Race against Fireball Camaro in Phoenix. I don't know if we'll ever do it again or not, but I'm 100% hoping and willing to be able to line up against Ryan and Chief again, just not in this junk car, aka the 3,000 horsepower dumpster we built, but a real car. I know we can outrun them. I have the same combo in my radial Corvette, and we have been a consistent, and this was January 4th, a consistent 372 at 207 miles an hour. So it is proven we are fast. We just need a decent car to do it again. Who would want to see us get another chance? I say let's go to a 4-wide track, Charlotte or Vegas, and I'll race the top 3 on their list all at once. I can just about guarantee you we will not lose. Are y'all in? And then he tags Fireball, Chief, and Chuck. Now, the 4-wide I don't think will ever happen, or more than likely we will never see it on TV, but it would make for an amazing race. You know, we'll call it a social media race. Whatever you want to call it, it would make for an amazing, amazing race that I think is just beyond redemption for what Alex wants to prove he can do. But if you dig a little further into it, like I said, Daddy Dave did not get a chance at neither one of the mega races because he was not number 1 at the time, according to what the TV led us to believe. And he didn't get tagged in it, but Dave comes back, and in the comments he says, you got 2 chances in your sandbox and couldn't get a win. So you want a 3rd try? If you try enough times, eventually you will win. Come to our sandbox with the vet or GM's car and try. If none of those guys will run you, hit me up and I'll school you. Hashtag crown holder, hashtag number 1. And apparently as many comments as Alex gets and as many hits as he has to see and read and whatnot, he didn't see it. He come back and said, dang, I just saw this and I'm in either way. And I fully believe that he is in either way. And if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, Chief just says, I'm down for whatever. We know that Chief didn't want to deal with Richard Rawlins for the Mega Race 2, and that's why that didn't happen. They made it out like it was because Fireball was number 1, but the way that Chief got done with Richard not racing or Aaron not racing and them calling in a professional driver, that is the whole reason Chief got mad. If you listen to the podcast, he goes in detail of all that, and I truly believe that's how he feels. But, you know, this is not Richard calling out Inyo. This is Alex Laughlin calling them out. And, you know, that kind of fizzled out and was done there. Well, the whole deal with Crossville Speedway putting up 15,000, I don't know if it was publicly or privately or how it was, but Daddy Dave said he would do it for 25, and Alex was going to put 10 of his own money along with the 15 from Crossville Dragway to make this happen. Alex sent him 4 dates, you know, supposedly personally, to, you know, make it happen. Like I have said, you put radials on Dave's car, radials on Alex's car, them go off of a tree, and if nothing happens, Alex is going to win 10 out of 10 times. His car is just that much faster. But the car was built for a different reason than what Daddy Dave's car was built for. If Daddy Dave built a radial car, yeah, he would probably be just as fast, but radial racing is not what these guys do. And, you know, there's a lot of people keep saying, you know, Stevie Fast called you guys out and y'all won't race him. Well, Stevie Fast won't come to the street and race them neither, so, you know, their cars were set up for the street or a no-prep style race, not radial racing with glued poured out. So that is why it hasn't happened till, you know, up until now. But I want to see this happen so bad. I want to see Alex get redemption. The guy, and I'm not hating on Street Outlaws by saying this. I mean, I have made this channel revolve around Street Outlaws, so by any means do I not like none of them. But I do think that this would be a epic, you know, race of the decade type thing. This would be epic for this guy to be able to redeem himself because, you know, we're talking NHRA racer. We're talking a guy who races different races multiple times a week in different cars and wins. He just won Radio versus the World in this same car. The car is fast. I don't know if he can fit big tires under this car or not. I don't know. I would love to see them get together and come up with some type of way where they're all pleased and all okay and make this happen. I will say this also. Alex has signed up for Outlaw Armageddon 4 this year in the small tire and the big tire class. I don't think he'll ever be able to run the same car in 2 classes, so he's got something up his sleeve for Outlaw Armageddon. He is going to invade these guys' territory, their backyard, and try to do something then. And I hope that we can see this race between at least Daddy Dave and Alex, the $25,000 race, happen before then. But if not, I do feel Alex is looking for redemption. Alex will come out swinging and do something, at least by Outlaw Armageddon. I want to know what you think. Do you think any of this will ever happen? How do you think it'll happen? You know, radial, prep, no prep, small tire, big tire. There's so many options that can happen to equal the playing field, and I want to know what your thoughts are and what you think it would take to get all these guys to sign off on a race involving that much money. One race, that much money, or even 2 out of 3 like the mega race. I don't care. I just want to see it happen. I do think that there will be a different outcome. In his own car, that he has had so much seat time, you know, the same amount of seat time as these other guys has had in their own car. What do you think the outcome will be? And Alex, if you do see this, I want to know what you think, how you want to do it. You know, I'll keep it between me and you. I'll put it out there. Whatever you want me to do, I will. These guys are watching these videos. I will come and sit down and interview you, whatever you want to do, ever how you want to do it. Let's make it happen. Like always, the comments, the emails, if you don't want to publicly put it out there, shoot me an email. Let me know what you think. And let's see what we can do to make it happen. You know, our voice has to travel far enough to get someone's ears that can have a difference in whether this happens or not. So let's see what we can do. Let's come together as a community and let's make it happen. Let's try. Let's do all we can do for them. I want to see, this will be the biggest race in my eyes that has happened in the history of Street Outlaws. My email, along with the P.O. Box, is on the screen right now. All of my giveaways are still going. As always, anything you send to the P.O. Box does get you entered to win $50. And if you are not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, because at 50,000 subscribers, I'm giving away $500. So don't want to miss out on either one of them. So make sure you do whatever you got to do to be entered in both of them. And thanks for watching. Godspeed, and I will see you in the next one.